Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So guys, in this video we will have our discussion on a very important concept which in today's modern day age of social media promotion and word of mouth becomes very important. Like the way whether you talk about from the stock market point of view or whether you talk about from the entrepreneur mindset point of view as well, what is an individual's net worth or what is an individual's perceived net worth matters the most, and this is something which you will get to know in today's topic of the Arudha Lagna. So guys, for all those people who are like very much invested in the Vedic astrology for a long span of time, they must be knowing about this term. But all those people who are just beginning up with their research in this beautiful world of astrology and mysticism, I will just give you a basic example and answer of that. With Arudha Lagna, we simply means that the mirror image of yours. So that tells about and through the Arudha Lagna, we do not only look at you from the way you are, we try to look at from the way your impression or your image goes out in the world. And we all know that there are like certain professions, like when we talk about politics, when we talk about entertainment business and all, your perceived image somehow becomes the most important. So when we talk about the calculation part of that, it's very simple. All what you have to do is that wheresoever your ascendant lord has gone in the chart, you have to go that many places ahead of it. So for example, I will give my case only because it's a very distinctive case. I will explain you why I mentioned it. So in my case, being a Aries Lagna, my ascendant lord has gone to the 8th house. So that means if we have to calculate my Arudha Lagna, so from the 8th house you have to go 8 places ahead of it. That will take you to the Gemini sign, to the 3rd house. So guys, in my case, in my Aquarius sign, I have got the 4 benefic planets being placed over there. But if I will make Gemini as the Lagna and I will shift the planets, now that Aquarius will fall in the 9th house. All the benefic planets are going to be placed over there. And you would not believe how many times people have said this thing to me. Even when I'm randomly meeting strangers, I get this feel that you are going to be very religious. Oh, I get this feel that you are going to be very ethical. I was like, wow, how can you just say that looking at me? No, somehow I get this vibe when I see you, when I met you. So all of that generally happens because from my Arudha Lagna, it hardly matters the way I am. I might be criminal, I might have all the vices in my personality. But here we are talking about, when we talk from the Arudha Lagna's point of view, it's about how the world perceives you. So over there, you can freely see in my case. Now, I'm very much sure that after when we have discussed about Arudha Lagna, many people will be saying this thing that Nipun, I have got my ascendant lord in the 1st house. Will 1st house act as my Arudha Lagna? Or my ascendant lord has gone to the 7th house. Now I need to go 7 places ahead of it. That will bring me back to the 1st house. So in that case, will 1st house be my Arudha Lagna? So guys, over this, different scholars have different views. Like some people say that if you are stuck in this kind of situation, 1st house, 7th house cannot be the Arudha Lagna. You have to go 10 places ahead of it. And they're like those scholars who say and who take who do not take any exception. If your ascendant lord is placed in the 1st house or your ascendant lord has gone to the 7th house, they somehow take the 1st house as the Arudha Lagna in itself. So that is one section which I will leave up to you guys to do a research, because like the way I have already mentioned, the debate has been with some of the very profound and very astute astrologers. It's not about someone who has just posted something on the YouTube and now that is not worth giving consideration. So that means even the scholars have debated over this. So do your own research, and whatever you can find out, please share it in the comment section. Now coming back to this, so the way I was explaining it to you, that the Arudha Lagna becomes very important. Now guys, like there have been those instances, like in majority of the readings I have seen many senior astrologers, not only the Arudha of the 1st house, they take the Arudha or the perceived mirror image of all the houses. Like the 2nd lord has gone this many places, so go that many places ahead. Now that is going to be the A2, that is going to be the Arudha of the 2nd house. So we will not go that far. All what I will be explaining to you in this video is that the importance of the Arudha of your ascendant. Now why it becomes very important, like the way I've been saying you that we are living in a day and age where your perceived image becomes the most important. You would not believe how many times people who have booked their consultation has said this thing to me that Nipun, I do not know, even after not doing anything, being kind to everyone, why people always whatever I do they take it as an offense. I do not know, Nipun, why people do not take me seriously. Like why to go very far, even if you have to take it into consideration from the Indian politics point of view, like the way Narendra Modi ji has got a wide array of following. But when we talk about the Rahul Gandhi himself, see, obviously if you have such a big political career, you come from a lineage, ancestry family of the senior politician, there are going to be couple of like lawsuit or law related issue which you have to deal with, but there has not been much of the character flaw which has come into everyone's attention. But even after that, somehow this guy, there has been a aura built around him that no one takes him seriously. People say that, oh, he's immature. Like obviously right now, if I'm not wrong, he must be above 50. He must be above 50 of his age, but still there is that perceived perception in the eyes of the public that he seems to be irresponsible or immature. So that's what I'm trying to say, that the concept of Arudha Lagna becomes very important. Like I still remember at a time when I was just doing my research, I have just started up in astrology like 7-8 years back. There was this principle which was also mentioned over there that after the 24 years of age, whenever Jupiter either transit to your Arudha Lagna or it comes into the trine of the Arudha Lagna, that tend to remain the time of success. That tend to remain a time when people stand a chance for some substantial gains or opportunities in the life as well. Like you will somehow feel that luck is supporting you. So after having our discussion in all of that, now in this video guys, we will be having our discussion especially from the point of view that whenever from your Arudha Lagna, Rahu, Jupiter or Saturn makes any connection with the Arudha Lagna, how it influences your public image. So because we all are very excited for this next year 2025, and guys, in my case especially, imagine being Saturn transiting right over from your natal moon. I'm an Aquarius moon, Sadbisha Nakshatra, and even in the Dasha, being in the Saturn and Mahadasha, Moon Antardasha, even from the personal year, being on a personal year too, which is again of moon. So my moon has been hemmed with too much pressure and slowness which I have experienced in the past 1 year, and I just want to get out of it. So I do not know about you, but I'm very hopeful for the next year. So the point which I'm saying over here is that next year what is going to be the case, that Rahu is going to be transiting in the Aquarius. So Rahu is going to be transiting in the Aquarius, Ketu is going to be transiting in the Leo, Jupiter is going to be transiting in the Gemini sign, and Saturn is going to be transiting in the Pisces. So I'm very much sure that we have already discussed like 4 zodiac signs. So we have I have counted Jupiter's transit into Gemini. Gemini is 1 sign, Rahu in Aquarius, Ketu in Leo, so 2 more signs, 3 signs, and Saturn's transit to the Pisces, so almost 4 signs. So a lot of you might be having these signs as your Arudha Lagna as well, or if we will even take into consideration that these planets are going to be coming in the trine of your Arudha Lagna, so how they are going to be influencing you. Now in the rest of the video we will be having a discussion on that. So guys, I will not be talking more from the point of view of the trine, because when we take into trine, then it actually makes the discussion very open-ended. I just want to be very precise. So let's start our discussion. What happens generally when Jupiter transit to your Arudha Lagna? So guys, generally the transit of the Jupiter from the Arudha Lagna is considered as a good news, because it somehow creates that vibe, that air around you, that people start trusting you more. And in lot many cases, somehow, like the way we say that Jupiter is a planet of like auspiciousness, expansion and opportunity, and here we are talking about from a Lagna or from a perspective where you are not doing much, it's about the kind of your vibe is going out there. So suddenly you will feel that people around you have started gaining trust in your capabilities. They have started spreading the good word of mouth around you, and that somehow becomes responsible for you being approached for many opportunities. So this could be a case that if you are like, if we have to narrow it down from the point of view of the next year when Jupiter is going to be transiting in the Gemini sign. So if you're already working as an influencer, you're already working as a, like this could be stand-up comedian, you're a performing artist or something, so you will actually stand a chance for lot of the sponsorship, lot many collaboration, because what is going to be the case that we all know this thing, that this is one such kind of business which works from a word of mouth. Guys, no matter we are living in a day and age of the social media and all, but still I've seen this thing before even checking the reviews. People still have this habit of asking their friend, asking their sister, asking their wife, I'm thinking about changing my gym, what do you think, which gym shall I join? So that is still deeply ingrained in our human psychology as a part of our habits and behavior, which overnight cannot be changed, no matter how accurate the Google reviews are going to be. So the point which I'm saying over here is that whenever Jupiter transit to your Arudha Lagna, you tend to remain a destiny's favored child. The word of mouth around you starts spreading in a good way. Generally, it has been seen that the circumstances, omens, word of mouth help these people the most. And somehow, even behind your back, there are going to be people who are talking right things or mentoring, or like in this way, you can look at it in this way, that in an invisible way, there are like those kind of mentors, teachers and guru who are working behind the scene just for your benefit, just for your advantage. So irrespective of you not knowing it, there are like those people and those forces, those energies which are protecting your name, which are protecting behind you. So in this way, Jupiter's transit to the Arudha Lagna is considered as a very fortunate time. In my case, I already gave this reference. I am a Gemini Arudha Lagna, so next year I'm very hopeful. One more reason to be happy. See, you have to be optimistic, always looking for reason to be more happy. So yes, Jupiter's transit to the Arudha Lagna is always considered as a good news for your public image and a good word of mouth around you. Now, let's move forward. Now, when we talk about what happens when Rahu transit your Arudha Lagna. So guys, understand it in this way, that Rahu represents a hype. Rahu represents all those kind of energy which do not exist, but there is a hype, curiosity and need and desire for it. So like, I will taper it down to the next year's transit when Rahu is going to be transiting in the Aquarius. But even from the point of view of that, whenever Rahu makes or establishes any connection with the Arudha Lagna, you will see that somehow there's going to be, in negative cases, you could be a victim of gossip, you could be a victim of rumor as well. So one thing is for sure, that you have to monitor your public image very carefully. You have to be very crystal clear with the kind of message is going out through your action. Not only your action, your major decision making, the way, the kind of clothes you are wearing, and obviously guys, these kind of things becomes most important, more important for people who are in a political space, people who are like celebrity and they're like a mass number of people who follows them. Like the way what happens, there is one preacher in India, so she was just going to an airport and carrying a very expensive handbag, and people found the irony is that when you by yourself preach about the minimalistic lifestyle, and now you're flaunting this, and second thing is that it's not like that your preaching is being heard in private or through social media. It's like when you do the preaching, it is being visited by people in the count of millions in India, these kathas and all, and you have been given that position, replacing those people who have done the proper Gurukul, who are affluent, master in Sanskrit and all the like Ved and Shastra and Upanishad and all. So over these people you have been picked up and you are doing something which is completely ironical. So I mean to say, whenever Rahu is transiting from your Arudha Lagna, it is a very open-ended sword. So let's say for example, if you are in any controversial public career, where the more people are talking about you, the more people are curious about you, the more people are stirring controversies around you, the more it is going to benefit you, the more you are going to be using it in your advantage, then it's fine. But if you belong in a field where following a straight line is the need of the hour, these are the kind of people who could suffer. So like the way I have mentioned this thing, it all comes down to, when it comes down to Rahu is a very double-edged kind of sword. There's no one way of approaching it or predicting it. So this is how it can work whenever Rahu is transiting from your Arudha Lagna. Now guys, when we talk about Ketu transiting from your Arudha Lagna, so Ketu's transit from the Arudha Lagna is generally, it has been seen that people start putting you in specific extreme categories. Okay, we have this doubt that this person is secretly supporting this cause, this person is very radical, this person is very extreme, this person is very fundamentalist and all. So whenever Ketu is transiting from your Arudha Lagna, those kind of possibilities stays, those kind of fears stays, that it might put you in that extreme block. Even like you might be the most liberal and most moderate person, but the people around you might start putting you in those kind of categories. And again guys, now if this excess return is like, for example, if your Arudha Lagna is Leo, next year Ketu is going to be transiting over it. So this could be a case that you might be just doing your job, but people will feel, oh, he is very, like, there's a term called, I am not getting a right term for that, he cajoles, he does a lot of buttering to the bosses, he just tries to be always in the good terms with the bosses, he's very extremely loyal and a loyal acolyte to the bosses, to the authority, to the government. So generally what happens is that you become a victim of that, you become the favorite of the people in power, but you get sidelined by the others. So this could be a case that you will gain the power, you will be the favorite of the bosses, but you will lose out on your friends. That sort of possibility tend to remain. And guys, whenever Saturn transit from the Arudha Lagna, now this is going to be the time when the test and trials of the life comes, and especially pertaining to those areas regarding which you do not have done much, because whatever we see from the ascendant, that is what the reality is. Whatever we see from the moon, and talking from the perspective of the Saturn, which is a karmic planet, our mind feels the brunt of that. But when we talk about from the Arudha Lagna's point of view, it has got more to do with the kind of perception which people have created around you. It's like the same thing which I gave this reference of that Indian politician. Can we trust this person or not? Is this person capable enough of shouldering responsibilities or not? Will this person manage to survive if being put forth under pressurized kind of situation or not? So somehow the aspect of respect and honor matters a lot whenever Saturn is transiting from your Arudha Lagna. This could be a case that, you know, whatever you have done as a part of your sacrifices to a cause, to a country, to a specific kind of field, so suddenly the matters of your respect, your honor, and the further opportunities might be dependent on that. So this could be a case that if you are a Pisces Arudha Lagna, so that means now Saturn is going to be transiting over it next year. So that simply tells about, see, when we talk about Saturn being in the Pisces, it has got more to do with the purification, with the cleansing, cutting out all those things which are not serving any purpose, in short, to make you practical. Guys, understand this thing, the only zodiac sign in the whole zodiac belt which has this capacity to surrender easily, that could be the Pisces. Now that surrender could happen for different XYZ reason. This could happen for good, this could happen out of weakness, this could happen out of that reasoning that you do not want to cause or associate yourself with something which is going wrong, or karmic retribution, karmic cleansing, poetic justice. So all this happens. So now just because Saturn is going over it, so that means like generally what happens is that irrespective of you doing a good job, but the image which is going out there in the world that we don't feel that he will be able to handle the pressure well, this person should step down from that important position and all. So this is how it is going to be working out. So all what I can say is that if you have got Pisces as your Arudha Lagna, Saturn is going over it next year. So just try to create that sort of saintly image around you, that you do not have any fear or you do not have any restraint. Even if you have to let go of things, you are in command. Like, I guess this is one such strategy which many politicians also flaunt, that they are there for the public, they are there for the cause, and the designation and the status and the position does not matter to them. If that situation arises, we will not hesitate even to let go of that position. So that sort of kind of saintly, humanitarian, utopian kind of image around you, and you need to build around that, becomes very important. Otherwise, whenever Saturn transit from the Arudha Lagna, the pressure from the world tend to remain very strong. The judgments, we are judged the most whenever Saturn transit from our Arudha Lagna. Like, you might be doing your job right, you might be very loyal to your wife or to your partner, but whenever Saturn transit from your Arudha Lagna, see, Rahu has got everything to do with the gossip. Rahu is all about gossip and all those rumors and all, but Saturn is about people are judging you. That might be the case, people are just talking behind your back, that is Rahu, but they have not created any impression. But when Saturn is transiting from the Arudha Lagna, they have created a judgment, and that could impact your career, that could impact your reputation, your public image and all. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.